They help to rid the village of pests, especially snakes, even the fer-de-lance. The snakes have few enemies, but the trumpeter bird kills small ones. If the snake is too big to tackle, the bird's alarm calls alert the villagers to the danger. The snake's cryptic coloring confused the bird, and camouflage probably also saved this spider. Even giant tarantulas are vulnerable to attack. Trumpeter birds have a negligible effect on the spider and snake populations. They may help control their numbers around the village, but the forest still teems with them. As the men prepare for a hunting expedition, they ask the shaman to bless them and pray for protection and success. The shaman's ceremonial headdress helps him to reach the god of the animal it represents. The effects of the drugs have not yet worn off, so he is still able to reach the spirits. The Pieroa hunt with blowpipes and poisoned darts. The forest supplies all the materials they need to make their weapons. The flights of the darts are fashioned out of wild cotton, and then the points are tipped with curare, the substance which has become a byword for deadly poison. Curare is made from the bark of a local vine. Once the sap has been extracted, it's gently warmed until it's thick and sticky like tar. The giant tarantula also originates in the jungle. It's molded out of a less dangerous substance, wild beeswax. The Pieroa regard the forest as their friend, but they know that all relationships require mutual respect. They cannot take without giving in return. The men may be away for 3 days, but they take only their weapons. The forest will provide for all their other needs. Although they are well armed, the hunters value the shaman's company to pacify the forest gods and bring them good fortune. Out of his trance, he's a skilled hunter too. Wild boar are highly prized but dangerous quarry. Their tusks are worn as lucky charms. The Pieroa hunt a wide variety of animals, including birds, deer, rodents, and monkeys. They are expert trackers who can move silently through the forest, stealthily creeping up on their prey and taking it by surprise. Of all the animals, they regard one, a very dangerous one, as a particular delicacy. But at first they hunt less risky prey to supply the communal village cooking pots. Using a blowpipe over 3 meters in length requires a steady hand. The Indians are crack shots up to 50 meters. The Pierroa are masterly climbers. A darted bird caught in the canopy is rarely lost. Curare is so potent that it kills almost instantaneously, causing a massive heart attack. The poison breaks down when it is boiled, so the birds can safely be eaten after cooking. Hunting requires courage as well as skill. Venomous animals lurk unseen throughout the forest, and every year some Indians die from bites and stings. But no one has ever been killed by a giant tarantula. Yet. The Pierroa believe their faith keeps them safe, and that the spirits have shown the spiders how to stay out of their way. Each spider leaves a silken network of trails crisscrossing its territory, which it may use like a map to guide it. It also lays several strands of silk radiating out from the entrance of its burrow, specifically to detect the approach of both enemies and prey. The trap set, the spider retreats underground to lie in wait for unsuspecting victims. But its defenses are not infallible. Even venomous spiders have their enemies. Like many creatures in this lost world, the tarantula hawk wasp has grown to giant proportions. It's evolved into a winged demon the size of a man's hand. The wasp hunts giant tarantulas not to eat, but as a host for its eggs. First, it must lure the spider from out of its lair. It walks over the invisible silk fan on the spider's doorstep. It's like deliberately setting off a booby trap. It then attempts to sting and paralyze the spider, attacking its soft underparts. Once the spider has been immobilized, the wasp will entomb it in its own burrow, where the tarantula will gradually be eaten alive by the wasp's grub developing inside it. Surprise and speed are the key to success. This wasp badly misjudged its attack, allowing the spider to strike first. It retreats, mortally wounded. In April, the rains start. For the next 5 months, the area will be deluged, several times a day. Once dry creeks turn into torrents. When they burst their banks, they flood the forest. Giant tarantulas live in dry burrows above the flood level, but are most active during the wet season. The Pierroa are well aware that the spiders come out after a storm, and they know exactly where to find them. The hunters hide their catch out of the reach of scavengers like foxes or wild cats for collection later. The chances of stepping on a spider are higher during the rainy season than at any other time of year. Since the spiders emerge mainly after dark, the hunters